Hi, Arichibo, arichibo.com. Oh, sorry. Oh, the blue line. Exclusive line with OM system. Yes, yes. Oh, what's new? A new camera. What? Which? The name? OM5, yeah? OM5 Mark II, really? Okay, so let's speak about it. So let's start. Well, maybe you don't know my channel, so you see this telephone. So why is he using this telephone? Well, the reason is simple. In videos in the past about OM system, I made a few jokes about OM system, like speaking to the boss and to their boss and giving my opinion. And I thought it's impossible now to speak about OM system without getting my telephone. So it's just a wink to the team of OM system. This video is very difficult for me to do for two reasons. First, if I flame OM system, some people will tell Eric is always flaming OM system, which is nonsense because I use OM system also among other brands. Okay, so in many years I used exclusively OM system. And if I don't flame OM system, some people will say, oh, now he's not flaming them, so he's probably getting paid. And no, I'm not getting paid, okay? So what do I have to do to flame or not to flame? Well, it's simple. I'm going to be myself, give my opinion, and I think this camera has really good things and nothing bad, just things we could have expected to be better, basically, okay? So I'm going to give you my opinion about those new specs and the specs, okay? And why I think it's still a good camera. And I'll explain also why I say still, okay? So let's go for it. Honestly, this is the easiest review or specs explanation I can do. Why? Because basically, when, like me, you have reviewed the OM5, you've reviewed the Olympus OMD EM5 Mark III. Great that OM system changed the names, okay? And used for several years exclusively the OMD EM5 Mark II. It's easy because it's basically the same camera with a few tweaks. Okay, so for me, it's really easy. But I'm going to tell you what's new and why I think it's still a really good camera, a really good option. Okay, first, this is a micro four thirds sensor. They keep the same sensor of 20.4 million pixels. That gives raw files of 12 bits. I remind that APS-C and full frame give 14 bits. And medium format 100 million megapixel give 16 bits, okay? So basically, this is the same as we had on the OM5. By the way, I'll leave you the link of the M5 here, my review, okay? So I'm going to tell you what's new and give you my opinion. First, the micro USB is now a USB-C. Oh, this is such a good news. They had the obligation to do it because of your European Union laws that oblige to go to USB-C, so that's done. Now, if we observe one thing, I think this is brilliant, the best. One thing everyone wanted when the OM5 came out. Well, when I used my Olympus, honestly, menus were a nightmare. Weeks to understand them, months to dominate them. So when the OM1 came with new menus that looks like Canon menus, I love them, they're easy to use. That was great, I was so happy. But then they got the OM5 and kept the old style menus. And that was no good. That was a big deception for me. So now it seems that they use the new menus. So that's great news. You will get the menus of the OM1, OM1-2, and the OM3. Good news. As you can see on the top, there's a different button. The plus minus now is a CP button. You can set it up as you want, so good news. The grip is bit different. I didn't have it in my hand to tell you if it's more comfortable, but it looks better. The shape is slightly different, so I think this is good. On the top, you will see that the button, the wheel has different colors. They're gray now, or gray, whitish gray, but it's not. You don't have the green anymore. I think it looks more pro. I think it's good. I like it. So that's it. If you look at the body, it was metal until the OMD EM5 Mark II. Then it became a hard plastic from the version 3 and then the OM5, and this one is also plastic. I know that some people complain that there's some problem with the way you screw the small plate for tripod. It broke, and some people were complaining about that. I don't know if it's been reinforced, if it's better, if it's stronger. Not sure about that. Even if I had the camera, I would need to really do like some crazy force on it, see if it breaks or not, and eventually it will probably break anyway. So I cannot tell. Okay, I can imagine this is still the same. Okay, but it was really counted situation. Not that many people had that problem. But I think it's important, more than to tell these new things, to remind why this camera is a good camera. First of all, the price is really similar, doesn't seem to go up. Okay, I think it's even a bit cheaper than when it came when the OM5 came out. The first thing that really made OM system Olympus at its time stand out is the IBIS. So still a great IBIS, 6.5 stop in the center, 5.5 on the border, and if you combine with a lens that is stabilized, you get 7.5 stop in the center and 6.5 on the border. It's true that there are some cameras now that have a lot better stabilization, but if we look at this price range, I don't think there are that many. So good point. You still have a great stabilization, especially in photo. Maybe you don't see the difference with the competition, but in video that's like a flow. You know, it's so good in video. What OM system had for forever. Okay, so well, since I have IBIS, so really good. It's here. Second, the shutter speed. For that price range, normally you don't get a mechanical shutter that goes up to 1/8,000th of a second. The usual is 1/4,000th of a second, and here you go from 60 seconds up to 1/8,000th of a second plus bulb mode, and the electronic shutter up to 1/32,000th of a second, so that's good. You also have a feature that is the Pro Capture. What is that? If I do action photography, I off press the shutter, it starts making picture, and when I fully pressed, it makes my burst of several pictures, but it keeps what was before, like the last 16 pictures or something like that. So for action photography, this is great. And this price range, not many cameras offer this. Something that people often forget is the flash sync. You get 1/250th of a second, which is really good for flash sync. There are a lot more expensive cameras that don't go that fast, so that's really good. And if we speak about OM system and Olympus before, we cannot forget about computational photography. So obviously, aside of the artistic filters that everyone has, there are many things that now you can find in other brands and other that are just exclusive still to OM system. First, you have multi-bracketing, which is usual, focus bracketing, exposure bracketing, style bracketing, many things, okay? But there's one thing, this is a focus stacking that you can do in camera. And you need to have lenses that are compatible by OM system or Olympus. You cannot have third-party or Lumix lenses for that. But what is that? It makes several pictures, and the point of focus is moving forward, backward. So it stacks everything together, and the whole picture is in focus. So this is a great feature because it's made in camera. Obviously, if you don't have a compatible lens, you can still do it. You will do focus bracketing instead of stacking, and you will have to stack everything in post-production using software like Helicon Focus or something like this, okay? But that's great. This is a great feature. Then you have one feature that so many OM system users are just picking about and always say, yeah, but we have this, we have that, and you don't. But it's a misleading name. It's the Live ND with ND2, 4, 8, and 16, which is 1, 2, 3, or 4 stops, okay? Why is it misleading? Because it's called ND, neutral density, but there are no filters. It is a long exposure simulation. It means it can be done handheld or on a tripod, and there's let's say like a river that goes by. I make a picture, and you will see the water that is moved, and it will simulate a long exposure, okay? How it is made? It's not making pictures, it makes a video. It will stack the frame, and everything that is still will be at the same place, and the rest will be, you will see some movement, so it gives this sensation of long exposure. But why is it misleading? Because it doesn't cut light. It is a video effect, okay, that gives you a final picture, but it is a video effect. So it means that some people who think, whoa, it has ND filter, that's great. So when I do flash photography, I want to cut ambient light, I can actually use this filter and that's it. No, doesn't work. You will still need to use a physical ND filter on the lens. Okay, that's first thing. Second, if you're in the bright light, let's say you're on the seaside, midday, and you want to have the waves to be with a long exposure effect, that will not work because there's too much light. So the exposure will be long and it will capture too much light, so you will still need to have an ND, physical ND filter on the lens. So I think the name is completely misleading. It should be called long exposure simulation. I think in the manual in English it's the way it's called, okay? But the short name is Live ND, and sorry, this has nothing to do with ND. Obviously this feature is great, but don't be misled. If you buy this camera to do flash photography and you think you will use it for cutting ambient light, forget it. And if you want to use that in the bright day, no, you will still need to have a physical ND filter, okay? By the way, if you wanted to help me, I'll remind you I've got affiliated links in description. Please use them, that really helps me. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Aperty by Skylum or any product from the website of K&F, there's a link in description, product like K&F Concept accessories, well, you get a 10% discount with my code ERIC10. In the case of Luminar Neo and Aperty, it's 10% on top of any offer they have. You see a great offer, it still plays my code, it's even cheaper for you. Thank you so much, that really helps me. Let's carry on. Another feature that is great is high res. The high res is high resolution picture. There are two ways of doing them, handheld or on a tripod. If you do it handheld, it will, in both cases, it makes several pictures moving half a pixel the sensor, and this way you get several pictures and they stack them and you get higher resolution. But not just that, it's less noise and pure colors. So it means in handheld you get 50 million pixel or 25 million pixel, 50 in RAW or JPEG, 25 just in JPEG. And if you use a tripod, you can go in JPEG 25 or 50 million pixel, or in RAW file 80 million pixel. Some people will say, why to have 25 million pixel if the sensor is 20.4? What's the difference? Well, basically that's it. Is that you get pure colors and lot less or no noise at all. So at nighttime you can often is worth using this feature to get a really clean picture. So that's a good option, okay? Don't forget this. And this is a great feature, I think, in my opinion, okay? Then you have live bulb mode. It means that in real time you will see on your monitor how the picture is getting built. It's a way you can actually watch your picture in a long exposure to see it's being created and stop it whenever you want. So that's a great feature. Then you have live composite, which is my favorite feature of computational photography by OM system. This is the live composite, and the way it works is simple. By simple, probably complicated, but it's great. Let's say you do a nighttime photography and you have the stars, and then you have a house with the light on, and then you have a road, okay? If I do a normal long exposure and I want to have the star, to have the tracking, the tracing of the stars, after a while, my light where the house is will be overexposed, well overexposed, okay? Why? Because it's too long for that light and okay for the stars, but too long for that light. How does this feature work? It makes several pictures, one after one, or one after the other, I should say, and then it keeps what's still, it will keep it, and it will update what's new all the time. So it means as the house and its light doesn't move, it will be captured on my first picture, properly exposed, and will not touch this part anymore. If a car comes on the road with a traffic light, I will see the lights that comes, because it will be like a long exposure, but it will be properly exposed. And the stars, as the earth is rotating, yeah, for people who don't know, the earth rotates, okay, and it means you will see the star trail. So the whole picture will be properly exposed with one click. It just stacks picture one after one. This is a great feature. You can use it nighttime, daytime, for many things, to have as I said, the river that could be moved or whatever. This is my favorite feature, and it's there in that price range. This is unique, okay? Then you can do time lapse, then you can do double exposure. I don't like double exposure, but some people love it, so that's good. If we look at video, To me, the specs seems to be exactly the same as it was before. You have C4K at 24p, 4K at 30, 25, and 40p, and 24p, sorry, and Full HD up to 60p. You can do vertical video, which is good, and for me, these features are still the same. Are they good? Good enough? I don't know. They're okay, but well, some people will expect something better, but still, they're the same, okay? You have a digital zoom of 1.4. It means if your lens is a bit short, you can activate as if it was a multiplier and 1.4 time, and you be closer, okay? You can create your time lapse within the camera, and we'll build a small movie in 4K or in Full HD at 5, 10, 15 or 30 frames per second. And then you have slow motion pictures, movie at 100 up to 120 frames per second. In video, you have the video log, OM log 400, the OM Cinema 1 and Cinema 2. Honestly, the video features are okay, but they're not up to what we can find nowadays, okay? But still, for many people, that would be enough, okay? And so many cameras in that price range don't have this either, okay? So I cannot complain. If you look at connectivity, you have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. Now you can connect, well, it was already like this, but you can connect easily with the QR code. You just make a picture on it, of it with your smartphone, and then it connects. It can automatically transfer your pictures to your smartphone, so that's good. You can use the camera as a webcam. So people do a live video in YouTube or whatever, they can do it directly connecting the camera. That's good. Then you have some editing function in the camera that were already there. That's not new, but I wanted to tell the specs that are still good. They were good then and they're still good now. You can edit your raw file within the camera. There are more things you can do within the camera, so that can be good. Then there are 3 points that made Olympus and then OM System really great cameras. One, as I said, is the IBIS. Great IBIS. Second is the sensor cleaning. They were among the first to get such good, I think it's ultrasound system, and that cleans really incredible. And the third one is to have really well weather sealed cameras in this range of camera. So this is really good. This one is IP53. As long as the lens is also IP53. Don't forget this, it's just not just OM system, it's any camera. If you have a body that is weather sealed and the lens is not, obviously the full thing is not weather sealed, okay? So if you put a lens that is IPX1, for example, then the whole lot becomes IPX1. So that's logical, okay? But IP53 is really good, okay? You have connectivity, micro HDMI. They didn't put any mini or full HDMI, which is logical on this size. Micro phone jack 3.5mm, 2.5 jack for remote control if you want to use a cable remote instead of your smartphone to connect. And it doesn't seem to have headphone connectors. I checked, I don't see it in the specs, I don't see it on the pictures. Maybe it's possible to connect the USB-C and do it, I don't know. If you look at the battery obviously now is out of date, okay? It gives 310 pictures on one charge. If you have the maximum economy mode, you get to 640 pictures and 60-minute videos. I think this is short, but they didn't change the shape of the camera, didn't put different batteries, so obviously that's what we get, okay? The size, 125mm, 0.3mm by 85.2 by 52, this is roughly the same as we had, and the weight 370 grams. And if you look at the use, you can use it at from minus 10 degrees Celsius up to 40 plus 40 degrees Celsius. Well, obviously you can use it above that or below that, but then the camera maybe will not respond or will switch off. So it really means this camera is prepared for really tough situations. So this is great. So is this camera any good? Well, it was good in 2022. So have we changed the way we make pictures today? Are the subjects different? Obviously no. So if it was good in 2022, it's still good in 2025, obviously. I think they should not have called it OM5 Mark II. They should have called it OM5S, like they did with the OMD 10 Mark III, I think it was the 3S or 2S, I can't remember. It was a minor update, and they could have put on S, and for me that was fine. And they don't need to do a wow, we have a new camera like they do lately, like with the OM3 or the M3 is really different, but the OM1 Mark II, for example, it was, for me, it was nonsense, okay? But still, I think this is good because it's what it should have been in 2022. So the good thing is the price is not going crazy up, okay? So that's, for me, that's yeah, good news. Good news also, they give 5 years guarantee, so that's really good news. It seems that they do expect to be still here in 5 years, so good news for the brand. Although they could have an insurance to cover any problem if they would disappear also, okay? So for me, this camera, for the price it has, offers great features. For me, it's a lot better option than the OM3. That is a great camera, but too expensive for what it is, because basically it was on OM1 with a revamped look, and OM1.1, but even the feature like the OM1.2, okay, but still, well, we're not going to go back on that. That's a great camera, too expensive for what it offers, I think. But this one is a great option. And now that Lumix is not presenting any small micro four third camera, this is the only option. If you want to have a small micro four third camera, this is a great option to bring anywhere. It's really well prepared, I think, for weather, strong or bad weather situation or dust or whatever. So I think, yes, it's a great option. Yes, I wish they would have made things better. Maybe put the same sensor as on the Lumix G9 Mark II, the 25 million pixel. Maybe add some new features. I don't know. So obviously I think it's still a great option. It was great in 2022. It's still a great option. They just updated what it should have been done in 2022, but still the camera for that price, we cannot complain. I think there's nothing that offers so much for that price. Yet for that price are other options that are different. If you want a larger sensor size, there are other options that are different if you want a metal built camera. But I think OM System has kept a great camera. But still, I've got a phone call to make. That is important. Mr. OM System, good afternoon. I say again, many users of the OMD EM10 Mark IV want a new camera. They want an OM10. Still waiting, and take care with that, because the entry-level cameras are important for any brand, for people to enter the brand and then grow with it. And you're neglecting these people, you're neglecting this product. We do need an OM10. So, can you tell me when you will have an OM10? Mr. OM System? Well, he hung out. Well, that's it. So yes, I hope there will be on OM10. Okay, so yes, I cannot congratulate OM System for this camera, because they didn't make things a lot better. Okay, but still I think they made the right move. They updated what they had to update. For the launch, they include a special gift. I think it's binoculars and something else to have this adventure mentality, way of thinking. Okay, so I think this is good. I would prefer to have a cheaper price than a gift, but well, some people love a gift, so that's good. And Olympus binoculars have a great fame anyway, so that's good. So for me, yes, this camera is still recommendable, obviously, because for most people it's far enough. You probably don't need an OM1 or Mark II, or you probably don't need an OM3, and you will be really happy with this one. Yeah, I know the differences are not great. I know some people would have expected, wow, I don't know what, but still, I think this is good. The product was good, and then it's still good now. Yeah, the video part maybe is not up to date or things like this, but still, for that price, there's nothing I can complain about. Sorry for people who wanted me to flame OM System, but yeah, I do hope sooner than later OM System will come up with radical new things, or update the entry-level camera, obviously. Okay, so if you're interested in this camera, I'll leave you links in the description where you can buy it. So thank you so much to no one for lending me the camera. Thank you so much to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. The small button down here and the small bell. If you click on the bell, you will get notified when I upload a new video. My website, erigibaud.com. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Also, leave you affiliated links in the description. Please use them. That really helps me. And don't forget that if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo or Aperty by Skylum or any product from K&F website, there's a link in the description, like K&F Concept products, accessories and more brands. You get 10% discount with the code ERIC10. In the case of Luminar Neo and Aperty, it's 10% on top of any offer they have. You still see a great offer, you still place my code, and you have a better price. So thank you so much. That really helps me. Thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you to you. Please take care. I'll also leave you my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.